Good morning, fellow meanderers. Here we are, Moss and I. We are currently making our way down to the Grand Union Canal. And yeah, we're going to do a little walk around there this morning. As to whether or not he gets off the lead will be determined by how he performs. He's pulling a little bit at the moment, so don't want to overexcite him too much. I did actually have my fill light attached to the camera, but sun's come up a little bit now, even though it's dull and dreary this Friday morning. Yeah, no need for that, I don't think. But yeah, have we got a clear lens? Hang on. Dee. There you go, much better. Much better. Got it. But yeah, I hope everybody's had a great week so far. Like I said yesterday in the short walk around the block, I didn't record the one later on in the evening when he got even more antsy. Goodness gracious, this boy needs to shag. But otherwise, he's been a good boy. Moss, Blythe. Wait, got a car coming. Good boy. Eyes on, please. Moss, eyes, please. Just seen a bird. Eyes. Yes, good boy. Let's go. So yeah, I'm just trying to gee him up for the walk so we can get that engagement, you know, keep that rolling, keep that training going on the sly. But yeah, not a particularly fun part of the walk. I've done most of the main road before I turned the camera on. Yeah, definitely someone living in that. I saw that moving the other day. It's living down this lane, fair enough. Yeah, quite an appealing lifestyle at times, being on the road in a van. And yeah, maybe one day, Moss, we'll give it a go for a bit. Maybe next year. Who knows? Let's see where we're at financially. Right, I think, memory serves, we go up here. Then we hang a left, I believe. I recognise this bit now. Yeah, perfect. I feel like I'm going to be picking up a pool or he's going to be rolling. No, okay. This way. Oh, need a wee wees. You're going to scent it up? Of course you are. So yeah, the cold keeps getting progressively worse. It's fully on my chest now, which is a weak point of mine. So if there's a bit of sniffling, a bit of coughing, a little bit of breathlessness, then please excuse me. Must apologise in advance. But yeah, we're just going to have a little trot down the Union, which we don't do very often. And then we'll go into the fields of Kingsbrook on the way home. Hopefully we get a little bit of off-lead time, but that'll be determined by the morning traffic, as it were, not the vehicle traffic, but just people and dogs. So I've still got to be aware that, you know, Moss, he can get quite distracted at the moment. But he did excellent off-lead yesterday, so I'm really trying to mix and balance the training regime out so he can perform at all tasks. Coming up to a road now, so I'm going to get him to stop. Moss, Blythe. Good boy. What's this? See, he knows. Good Blythe. Zit. I should have believed, Moss. Good boy. Let's go. Oh dear. Almost feel like I shouldn't be recording this morning because I am feeling so under the weather. Not feeling the most chatty. But one thing that is good, it's early. We'll be home way before 8 o'clock, I think. Yeah, time now, it's just before 7 a.m, or it's certainly about 7 a.m. now. What is it? Oh, it's 12 minutes past 7. So yeah, it's not the crack of sparrows, but that's still pretty early, isn't it? Stupidly, I haven't come out. Oh, hang on. Oh no, I do have some food. I was about to say, I've stupidly come out and I haven't had breakfast. But actually, I've got a little bit of a protein bar in my back pocket. Where you going, boy? We wanted to scent up then, but he didn't. Oh, Blythe, Blythe, Moss, Blythe. Leave it. Moss, eyes please. I saw you jerk, eyes. Moss, eyes. Yes. Good boy. We're not going after the cat. Go on you. Oh God, he wants that cat bad. He's probably just sat in those bushes. Leave it, Moss. Come on. Come on. Well, the dog's just popped in behind us with his owner, so we'll be aware of that. Are we even going the right way? I want to get up to the Grand Union. I feel like this is the right route. Be fine. Moss, shift on please. Shift on. Good boy. Yeah, he definitely wants to go for those ladies there, girls. Can you just walk me around this lamppost, are we? Yeah? All right. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Good boy. Just clocked a dog behind us. I think it's like an Alsatian cross at a glance. Maybe a lab. It was literally just a glance. But yeah, don't want him stopping and going, ooh, a friend. Shift on. Might even be a manny. Oh yeah, this is the path we want. We're in the right spot. Oh, I should have brought tissue with me as well. I've still got some from yesterday. That's a negative, never mind. I've got my long line on me as well, so maybe along the canal I might just long line him for a bit. Yeah, low level mist across the ways. Just pop that up a bit so we've got a nicer view ahead rather than just the floor. When I'm going through the estates, I normally just dip the camera to the ground because, well, no one really wants to see modern British housing estates, do they? They're not that interesting. Come on, shift on. Oh, you can watch. Boss, 3, 2, 1. Come on you, ready, steady, go, let's go, come on. Come on you. Can't play with them all. You ready? Are you ready? Come on, let's go. Good boy, yes. Good boy. Just before other dog owner catches up with us. There's someone else walking a dog up ahead. Just off lead. That's cool by me. Go on, Moss. Come on. Might get an interaction maybe if we're lucky, Moss. Yeah, we'll stay nice and close. Heel. Heel, Moss. Moss, heel. Good boy, yes. Heel. Come on. Come on. Good boy, Moss. Good boy. You can go out ahead a bit. Come on, leave them. Some runners. Come on. Just feeding the lead through my hands there so he didn't jolt himself unnecessarily. People talk about this self-correction stuff, which, you know, does work. but what risk does it put to the trachea or trachea? It's not worth it. If I can feed him out and put a pop a little bit of resistance in there, and maybe give a pop at the end of the lead if necessary. That's not necessary there. All about the comfort of the dog when you're using a lead like this. Yeah, this guy, we're going a lot faster than this bloke. Sure, this will be fine. Heel, Moss. Morning, mate. Heel, come on. You can say hello if you want, buddy. I got a feeling he's met this spaniel before. I think I commented on the colouring being unusual. I think I've met you around the back, yeah. Oh, aren't you lovely? How old? 11 and a half years old. Yeah, yeah. Oh, really? Oh my God, I thought you were about to say 11 and a half months old. Oh, she's got real like sweetness, like youthness, like youthfulness about her. Yeah, 100%. Aren't you lovely, eh? Hey, gorgeous girl. You're sweet. Haven't you aged well, eh? Have a good morning. Go on, Moss, this way. Come on. Good boy. Come on, you. Come on. Heel. Good boy. Good boy. Nice little interaction with a more veteran dog. Yeah, I thought we might have a couple of issues there because I honestly thought that was a puppy. Nope. Now, usually I'd pop up here and over the bridge. We're going to go one more. 3. Let's go. Yeah, I can go over to the right hand side and enjoy some feels, but there are a few dog owners over there already. He got something in his mouth? Yeah, he does. This way, Moss. Come on, this way. Naturally goes to the left hand side now. That's great to see. Oh my God, I'm gonna have people unsubscribe over me sniffling. Christ. That's one thing I need to have a little think about going forward, is how much content I actually put out there. I appreciate, it's one of those, I want to put out all the content that I film and the walks that we do, but I also appreciate that I might be bombarding you on the old updates, right? Oh, Moss Meander's posted again, Moss Meander's posted again. It can be like 2 or 3 times a day, sometimes 4 times a day when I'm on it. And I appreciate the, oh, that's poo. Come on, Moss, come. Good boy, Moss. Yeah, it's YouTube doesn't like it when you post too much, and neither do the people that watch YouTube, to be fair. But I don't know. I just want to work out what works, really. I mean, like what I'm doing now works for me. It's fine. Works for me. Does it work for the audience? Maybe not. But yeah, let's do some housekeeping anyways. If you don't like the channel, hit the thumbs down button. If you don't like it, right, turn it off, go watch something else. Bold and Bankrupt's a recommendation if you want some travel vlogging. Maybe Danny the dog walker if you want something canine related. He's very good too, as are many other channels. However, if you are enjoying the content, please hit that thumbs up, subscribe, tap the bell, and you'll get all the updates as and when they come. But sort of revolving back to my initial point about maybe posting a bit too much. Maybe there's a bit too much waffle, which I'm very, very prone to doing, especially on the early morning walks. Definitely waffle a lot. But I feel that, we cover some pretty cool subjects, talk about things that are happening in the world. You never know quite where the conversation is going to turn amongst myself and the dog and you, the audience. So, I really, really appreciate the support that's come so far. It's a slow burn, can be a little bit, what's the word? disenchanting, disheartening with the growth levels, you know. Within the same period on TikTok, it's well over 1,000 now, which I'm super pleased about, but that isn't the platform I'm focusing on. I'm really focusing on YouTube and long form content, which is, you know, a bit more personable rather than a 30-second short, which only gives a gives a snapshot of exactly what has gone on that walk. I've had a few comments here and there where it's like, oh, I would never let my dog off lead with dogs that are only blah, blah, blah. And then that'll be part 2. In part 1, it'll show me discussing with the owner. It's okay if I take him off, because I want to be respectful. And then, yeah, got people in the comments giving me pelters saying how disrespectful I'm being, which is, yeah, a little bit annoying. But, you know, we live on, we persevere. It's social media, right? You know, it can be a bit of a cesspit, but it's also very beautiful in terms of, you know, very beautiful in terms of, you know, there's a really great community in places, or communities. So what are we going to do here? What are we going to do here? So we're going to do a route which is, yeah, it's going to be a bit different. So what we're going to do, excuse me, we're going to make our way to the right here, start heading southbound, cut across the bridle path to the left so we get a loop, and then we'll come back down the canal a touch, and then we'll head into Kingsbrook village. And then by that point, I might be able to grab a cup of coffee. So that's kind of the goal today. Walk the canal, do a loop. So this is part of the Grand Union Canal we're doing. This is the leg between Aylesbury and Burcott, all the way up to sort of like Tring, Berkhamsted, so on and so forth. Didn't actually realise that this bridge has had a little repair here off to the right hand side. But I haven't done this leg of the walk before, but what we're going to end up doing, we're going to come back under this bridge in about 10 minutes time, 15 minutes time, at a guess. Let Moss do his work. Okay, boy. Down here. Down here, mate. Come on. Let's go. What on earth? Oh no. Loads of male ones. Keep his head off the floor. So I've got a main road just off to my right hand side there. But I don't think that's actually too much of a drama at this distance. Once we pass this rubbish, the bloody malwams, get him off for a sec. Moss, eyes, sis. Good boy. Let's get this off you. There you go. Go on, boy. Let's go. He's just following us. Lovely boy. It's a good boy, Moss. Let's G him up for a reward here for following. Good follow, Moss. Moss middle. Yes, good boy, shift on. Go ahead. So yeah, it just comes around the back here. Then when do I turn left? I turn left soon? How soon is the question? Should be a bridle path. Oh, it should be like any second now. Yeah, we'll just have him off for a second anyways. Give him a little bit of freedom to trot. Go on, Moss, shift on. And I'll just gear up the lead just to go on him as and when we're ready. In fact, we might actually just be heading left here. Yeah, we are. Oh, Moss, eyes. What's this? What's this? Sit. Good boy. And do you want to have a guess to why I've just stuck the lead on? I've just seen two muntjacs going across the field here. The last thing I need is moss running off after a set of deer. They're literally the other side. They were here along this row. I think they're trotting off into this hedgerow, but we won't risk it. Where are they go? Oh, there they are, look. Look. 2 muntjacs running from right to left there. I'm pretty sure they're muntjacs. They might actually be standard deer, but they do look quite small, so. But yeah, I've seen them, Moss hasn't, so that's the key. So we're meant to be hanging a left down a bridle path somewhere or other. Is that? I mean, that looks trodden to me. Screw it, let's go. Or is that? Hang on a sec, Moss. Let me just check this out. Or is in fact this is the bridle? Sometimes you've got a, that's the bridle, yeah, so that's Oak Farm. So that's all natural footpath there. But yeah, we just want to go along this bit. Got a little bit of livestock off to our right hand side. Once I get to this next field, be able to make a judgment call as to whether or not I pop him back off. Ready? Let's go. But one thing that's becoming ever apparent with moss, and this is one thing as a pet owner you need to bear in mind, is you know, there's many ways to stimulate a dog: physical exercise, scent work for mental exercise, and so on and so forth. And you've got to have a mixture of those things. And, you know, sometimes it's easy. It's like with moss, he gets quite antsy. He's like quite a horny bones at the moment. So, you know, I will distract him and do mental stimulation, but sometimes it's just nothing better than a walk. Only issue, right? Issue with walking your dog a lot, right? They get fit. And you get fit as well. But what you've got to remember is that you've essentially conditioned an elite athlete at that point, and especially with a working breed like moss, or, you know, other working breeds, the larger ones, your collies, your Malinois. You know, you turn them into an absolute assassin. Like just a proper elite level, muscular, lean dog. I was watching a video this morning of this Jack Russell jumping up at something that he wanted. And I was like thinking, God, Moss can jump 3 or 4 times that. He can, if he wanted, he could leap a 6-foot fence by running up it. And I don't say that lightly. I've seen him get really close. It's a matter of time until we have a potential escapee on our hands. But I need to teach him that jumping, whilst it's fun, needs to keep all four paws on the ground if we can. But you know, that excitement, that drive, that want for play and prey that you have with a terrier type breed, you can't stop it, and nor should you actually, nor should you. I say like, you know, jokingly in one breath and actually quite serious in the next, is that, you know, a working dog needs to be worked. It needs to feel like it's working. I'm not saying it needs to be on a farm. I don't live on a farm. I live on the outskirts of a town. But I need to work him. I need to keep him ticking. Otherwise, he'll eat my bloody sofa. And I'm sure there's plenty of people that are watching today that have had their sofas eaten by bored dogs, basically. And such is life. Let's go to a nice field now, I think. Or is it just bridle path all the way? Wait there, Skinny. You're not skinny enough for that one. Back it up. Good boy. But yeah, I do a lot of walking in general, so like, it's not like I'm trying to produce this super dog or anything like that. It's just from the environment of which he lives and the kind of owner that I am, I'm building a dog that is higher energy. And I personally want that. That's what I want from my dog. I want a high energy ADHD dog, right? Something where if you get them hyper focused, they'll lock in with you. But otherwise they are off, right? They're off doing their own little thing. And yeah, I don't know, like sort of having a lap dog was just, I want a dog to be a dog. And I'm not saying a lap dog, like a Pekingese, isn't a dog. Of course it is. But it doesn't have the set of driving forces that I personally require from a canine. You know, I like to hike an awful lot. Come on, boss, let's go. Go on. I like to hike an awful lot. So for me, having a breed that was small enough, but energetic enough to keep up with me at the same time, because he's small enough where I can take him pretty much anywhere I like. We can go camping. It's not like I've got a big Rottweiler laid at my feet. So, you know, there are the benefits of a terrier. Very much a big dog personality, but in a very, very small energetic package. You ready? 3? Good boy. So yeah, hence my personal choices. Now, it's something that doesn't often get discussed, but I've seen it discussed in a number of scenarios. I'm going to do it right now. Is when you go to buy a dog or rescue a dog, don't buy it because it's pretty, okay? The dog is not for, dog is for aesthetics to a degree. We like a good looking dog, but what you need to consider is the driving factors in a particular breed or breed type. So by specific breed, I mean like German Shepherd, Border Collie, Pekingese, whatever. But then you've got breed type, which is gun dog, utility, you know, terrier, amongst many more, the bull breeds. And they all play different. They have their own set of manipulated prey drivers or predatory motor pattern to do a specific job. So a terrier, for instance, on the bite end of the motor pattern or motor sequence is to shake, break the back, dispatch the animal, basically, when it comes to vermin. And then you've got Labrador Retriever. Their bite has been manipulated or modified to retrieve. Basically, go and get that pheasant, mate, pop it in your mouth. Don't crush it though, I don't want no puncture wounds. We're eating that later and you're gonna get the scraps. And that's kind of the way that the whole gun dog, hunting dog thing, you know, that relationship we built with canines over centuries has been for that exact predatory motor system or sequence. And you've got to respect what's been bred in and bred out of your dog. Like most people, they see something like a Border Collie, so oh my God, aren't they gorgeous? Yes, they are. They are exceptionally gorgeous dogs, but they're one of the few, which they're definitely not for first-time pet owners. For sure. Random. Little tent pitched up there. Cheeky. Cheeky. Oh, this is how I get down to the Union. Moss, this way, mate. There we go. Ooh, nailed by a spider. Bit of takeaway out the front. That's definitely been used. And then we're going to go back down to Grand Union, Mossy. You can have a look over there if you want. Look, it's water. And I'm not sure how well you can swim yet, buddy. But you're just going briefly back to what breed you should buy as a dog owner. There's no right or wrong answer. Oh, bucker. Moss, fuck's sake. He's eating himself a crab apple. Come on, let's go. You can have that as a bit of additional breakfast for you. But yeah, you know, when we are buying a dog, we leave, good boy, there we go. He was only chewing on it. Yeah, you know, we need to be aware of like whether it's going to fit our lifestyle. If you're quite sedentary and you like being a bit of a couch potato, and I'm not having a go at these types of people, by the way, But if you're a couch potato, you're sedentary, you're probably not in the best of physical health, let's be honest. But without going into that side of things, let's talk about the dogs, right? Let's talk about the dogs. So if you only want to walk 20 minutes a day, half hour a day with your dog round the block, don't get a Border Collie. Don't get a Jack Russell Terrier. It's not a lap dog. He's not a lap dog, right? And I see so many disobedient terriers in particular, because they're getting babied and like not treated like a dog, like little baby human thing. Now come on, like if you want that style of dog, because they exist, if you want that style of dog, consider something like a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. Beautiful breed, really docile, bred for royalty to be lapdogs. Same with the Pekingese. French bulldogs were developed to, I believe that the story is that they were basically bred to keep the laps of textile workers warm in France. And you can see that, can't you? Little French bulldog on a French lady or man's lap. They're just sewing away, you know? You've also got the pug, bred to be a lap dog. Okay, so look, all I'm saying, I'm trying not to preach, but all I'm saying is buy the right breed for you, not the right breed because of how it looks. It's such a huge mistake. And this is why we have such an issue with dogs needing rehoming all the time. And that's not cool. And when you look at the stats and the euthanized dogs, the dogs that get put down, every year from 2020, it was 30,000 dogs a year in the UK. 2025, 5 years forward, COVID's happened, massive influx of bad breeding, lots of extra dogs. Let's have a guess, shall we? 40,000? Nah. 50? Nah. 60,000. Oh, you best believe it's not there. 70? Nah, still not there. 80? We're about bang on the money. So we're talking nearly triple the amount of dogs getting euthanized in the UK every single year. 90,000, right? Oh, sorry, 80,000, which will ever increase, right? More humans, more dogs, kind of makes sense. But there is just so many more dogs to humans now that, again, unnecessarily shipped off when we could just breed more appropriately. But there's another tent there. There's a lot of people living out by the canal by the looks of things. Which is, oh, it's cold, man. It's a real concern. I feel dead sorry for this lot. I've no option other to live in a £30 tent. Right, Moss, sit. What's this? Moss, sit. Good boy. Right, let's take this off first. Wait. What's this? Hey, lay. Yes, good boy. Let's put your long line on, shall we? And we'll take the slip away. And the only reason I'm using a long line along the canal is one, he doesn't know the canal particularly well. Two, we usually have quite a bit of foot traffic, canine traffic. Go on, boss, let's go. But you know, this way I get the best of both worlds. I've got control and he's got freedom to a degree. Restricted freedoms, we'll call these. And yeah, just allowing this bit of versatility so he can just trot along. He's not even rushing off, you know, it's not an issue. I could probably literally just have him off the lead and he'll be sweet as a nut. But again, we're trying to respect Moss's adolescence. You'll probably see that there is a theme occurring with obviously the naming of the playlist, going back to episode 1, and hopefully you can see the progress that Moss is making Come on, Moss, let's go. Yes, see the progress Moss is making, because up to about episode 4 or 5, just in long lead jail the whole time. Now he's starting to come off. Mossy. Let's pip him with a whistle. Moss, come on. Sis. Sis. Yes, good boy. There we go. And yeah, one thing that I've been just using more and more is the mounted strap. I love having both my hands, isn't it good? Come on, bud, let's go. But yeah, anyways, like just briefly going back to the whole breed type and what we, come on boy, what sort of dog you should be buying. You know, please, even if you don't take my advice, you know, what do I know? Just some small time YouTube content creator. What do I know? Well, I've been to a lot of courses for one, done a lot of research, been involved in the industry in the past, and I've learned from current industry professionals in recent history, which, you know, allowing that, I can see a bicycle coming down, raveling that line. Moss, Moss, eyes please, eyes, eyes, what's this? What's this? Touch, sit, Blythe, Blythe, eyes, Moss, good boy, eyes, leave it, leave it, yes, good boy. So I'm hoping that he takes note. I've rewarded him for not going after the bike. Anyways, great success. And this is why, this is exactly why I've got a long line on. Just for that exact moment, you know, bicycle tearing along. Could he jump in the way of it, get himself hurt, get the cyclist hurt? It's a consideration. But like I said, you know, don't just take my word for it with, you know, recommending that buyers of any dog work out what they need from the breed, and like put in a set of needs, and then find a breed that ends up fitting your needs. Like, there are over 200 canine varieties across the world, many of which are, I think it's 180 odd, are recognised by the UK Kennel Club alone. And there's so many. Like, there's no way that everyone can know all those breeds other than, you know, a select few people. I mean, like, I worked for the Kennel Club for years. I got a decent knowledge of breeds, but still to this day, I come across some that I have no idea about. One that come across the other day was an Italian Segundo, which is sort of like a hound type dog. Big, long ears, beautiful looking thing. Again, working boy. He was. So, you know, what you got to remember is most breeds are working breeds. Moss, eyes, what's this? Go on. Sit. Bit further. Sit. Yes, good boy. See if I can get some out lead. Oh, just got the one leg tied up now to cross this bridge. And this is the bridge that we came up to earlier, and we just that tiny little extra loop round. But that should take us basically to where we need to be in terms of time, so we can get a nice coffee. Shift on, Moss, shift. Good boy. Oh no, no, Mossy, nice poo. Oh, somehow you sorted your lead out in the meantime. No, thanks very much, Lee. That works. Little duck or swamper or something. But yeah, what we've got to remember, guys, is that most of our breeds are working breeds, proper working breeds, and we need to satisfy that need to work. It's so important. And by work doesn't mean go out into the fields and actually work on a farm, like I said at the beginning of all of this. This means going out. Varying your walks as well is a good thing to do. You probably notice I don't go on the same walks all the time. I've got my local loops, fine. But like this one, it's local, but it's not one I would do normally. Bloody hell, that's slippy. Fucking hell. And yeah, I just, you know, I just sort of like to vary it up for me personally, because I find it exceptionally boring doing the same route every single day. I can see why people get disenchanted with dog ownership and bored. Because it's like a Groundhog Day, man. Like, same shit, different day. And that's no wonder. You're getting bored, the dog's getting bored. There's no level of excitement, there's no, for the dog, new smells, new sights. Oh man, it's just so goddamn important. Like, I can't stress it enough to just vary it up, even if it's once or twice a week and you pop to the woods, for instance. Like, that's something that, you know, I know a few friends who work full-time jobs and they all get their Labrador or their Spaniel, whatever it is, right? And they'll, this way, Moss. And, you know, Saturday morning comes, right, boy, girl, we're going out on the road today, we're gonna go to the woods. And they get so jazzed up for it. Especially when they're there as well. It's like, he said, my mate in particular said, like, as soon as they get there, they're almost scratching at the windows. He's had to train them not to jump out so quick. But yeah, those dogs live for that day every week. Absolutely live for it. And yeah, it might almost be the same walk every week, but it's once a week. That's enough variation. Dog's memory is pretty decent, but they don't really have much of a concept of time, other than when their stomach's growling, right? Moss Blythe, good boy, come here. Yes, good boy, Moss. Start raveling this in because just, do I want to go onto the road or do I go up this path? I think I can cut across the road. Oh, this lead is soaking now. Go on, Mossy. Moss. Moss. Come on. But yeah, anyways, look, guys, that's my rant over. I feel like I said, oh, I'm not going to rant. I think I have actually ranted. So I must apologise for that, but it's something I'm really passionate about, man. Like, I just see so many dogs not getting what they require. Moss, Ice, come here. Come here. Good boy. To be honest, I didn't really give him a perfect command, but I got my lead back. That's actually what I was intending. It's the only reason I called him back then. But yeah, you know, look, I'm not the perfect owner. No one is the perfect owner. But we can all strive. We can all strive for that love of our animal. And people's love for their animals differs. I get it. I get it. But if you're not invested 100% into the dog, how can you expect the dog to be 100% invested in you as an owner? How's he meant to trust you? If you're not giving it all, why should he or she? Why would you bother? And that's just something that we need to remember as owners as well, is that we might control the stimulus, but if you're not even providing the stimulus and the engagement with your dog, how's it supposed to come back? How's it supposed to follow your commands? Especially if he doesn't know them. You know, don't want to mention any names, but I've got a couple of friends have their dogs and sits a push. It's like, aren't they cute? Yeah, they're cute. Be cuter if they were trained. But yeah, like I said, I'm not perfect. Neither are my mates. Neither are some of the people watching this. But all we can do is try, and that is life. If you try and you fail, at least you tried. If you failed and you haven't tried, then you need to have a word. Anyways, so it's a nice little lab. Good morning, how are you?
I'm alright, he's all mouth, no
Oh yeah, it's like most dogs, isn't it really? He's a sweetheart, I love a black lab. Oh, do you want to have a little hello?
Oh my goodness, it's so cute.
Isn't he? There you go. He's not so sure about you being in his face there, I can tell by your body language, boy.
Oh.
Yeah, I can see him just moving his face away, that's all. Yeah, because he wants to jump up. He's a sweetheart though. Lovely, have a good morning. See, that was one of those interactions, really nice, really brief. But one thing I noted with Moss getting a little bit close and personal on the old muzzle there, sort of dog was pulling away just a smidgen, really tolerating that interaction more than wanting it. He definitely wanted it, but you know what I'm saying? You can see, and just, yeah. Moss will learn that, and we'll build up through little interactions and then into larger ones, just the way it goes. It all depends on the dog. You know, he had a really nice interaction with Remy, the boxer, the other day, which was lovely. But yeah, anyways, I feel like I've stopped ranting and actually started talking a bit of shit again. So all is right with the world. But that is enough for now. Thank you ever so much for tuning in. From Moss and I cannot thank you enough for your subscription and people that just watch casually. Really appreciate you to be here along for the ride. So keep on meandering, stay positive, and much love.